Have you ever felt so exhausted that not even a full night's sleep could fix it? Or noticed that your weight keeps increasing even though you eat very little? And what about that constant feeling of sadness for no clear reason? If you identified with any of these symptoms, pay attention. It could be your body warning you about something much more serious. Today, we'll reveal 9 little-known signs of hypothyroidism, a silent condition that affects millions of people worldwide. And the worst part? Most people have no idea. The good news is that identifying these signs early could be the first step toward reclaiming your health and well-being. In this video, you'll discover the symptoms most people ignore and how to recognize them before it's too late. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications bell. Hypothyroidism is a medical condition where the thyroid gland, a small butterfly-shaped gland located at the front of your neck, doesn't produce enough thyroid hormones. These hormones, mainly T3 and T4, are essential for regulating your body's metabolism, energy production, temperature, heart rate, digestion, and mood. When hormone levels are too low, your body's systems slow down. The first sign few people associate with hypothyroidism is constant, disproportionate fatigue. We're talking about a type of exhaustion that doesn't go away with rest, sleep, or even taking a break from work. People with hypothyroidism often feel like they're carrying extra weight all the time. This happens because the thyroid is the gland responsible for regulating our metabolism, and when it slows down, the entire body slows down. It's like trying to run with the brakes on. The most concerning part, this symptom is often mistaken for stress, a busy lifestyle, or even aging, causing many people to skip seeking medical help. If you feel like you're living in slow motion, even though you sleep well and eat right, it's time to investigate. The second sign is unexplained weight gain. Unlike those who gain weight from poor eating habits or lack of exercise, people with hypothyroidism can gain weight even when eating little and staying active. This happens because a slow metabolism burns fewer calories, so even light foods turn into stored fat. On top of that, hypothyroidism can also cause fluid retention, increasing swelling, and the feeling of being overweight. And crash diets won't help. Unless the thyroid is treated, the body will resist weight loss. If you've been battling the scale without understanding why, this could be a silent sign that your thyroid is struggling. The third symptom many people overlook is depression and mood swings. Low production of thyroid hormones directly affects brain chemistry, interfering with serotonin, the neurotransmitter responsible for well-being. As a result, patients may experience deep sadness, apathy, lack of motivation, and even unexplained crying spells. Often, this is mistaken for typical depression, and treatment involves only antidepressants, which may ease the symptoms but don't address the root of the problem. If you or someone you know is dealing with depression-like symptoms and has never had their thyroid checked, now is the time to consider it. Taking care of your mental health also means checking your hormonal health. The fourth sign of hypothyroidism is feeling constantly cold. People with this condition often feel colder than others, even in comfortable temperatures or air-conditioned rooms. This happens because a slower metabolism produces less heat, disrupting the body's temperature regulation. This cold intolerance may also come with cold hands and feet, unexplained chills, and the constant need to bundle up. If you're that person who always carries a sweater, even in summer, your thyroid could be the reason. And once again, this sign is often dismissed or blamed on other causes, but it can say a lot about your thyroid's health. The fifth sign is hair loss and weak nails. Hair begins to fall out in greater quantities, becoming thinner, dull, and fragile. Nails, in turn, become brittle, with vertical ridges and slower growth. This happens because thyroid hormones are essential for cell renewal, including the hair follicles and nail cells. Without enough of these hormones, the hair growth cycle is interrupted and the scalp goes into a resting phase. The result? Excessive hair loss, often blamed on stress, poor diet, or genetics. If you've noticed changes in your hair or nails lately, especially alongside other symptoms we've mentioned, it's time to get a medical evaluation. The sixth symptom involves constipation or slow digestion. Thyroid sluggishness also affects the digestive system, slowing down bowel movements. This can cause constipation, bloating, gas, and even abdominal pain. Many people spend years dealing with constipation and taking laxatives without investigating the real cause. Even worse, chronic constipation can further impair nutrient absorption, worsening fatigue and weakness. If your digestive system has slowed down and you're also feeling tired, cold, and experiencing dry skin, your thyroid might be the culprit. The seventh symptom is a hoarse or swollen voice. Have you noticed your voice becoming deeper, hoarser, or that speaking for long periods feels tiring? This could be the result of an enlarged thyroid gland called a goiter. The swollen gland may press on nearby structures, affecting the vocal cords and changing the sound of your voice. Some people also feel slight pressure in the neck, as if something is bothering them when they swallow or breathe. This symptom is usually subtle, but is a clear physical sign that your thyroid is experiencing changes. A simple physical exam or ultrasound can detect an enlarged thyroid, and the sooner it's caught, the better. The eighth sign involves irregular periods or infertility. Women with hypothyroidism often experience irregular menstrual cycles, very heavy or very light flows, or in more severe cases, no period at all. This happens because thyroid hormones directly influence female sex hormones. Fertility may also be affected since hormonal imbalance disrupts ovulation. Many women spend years trying to conceive without realizing the true issue is their thyroid. If you're facing difficulty getting pregnant or have noticed changes in your menstrual cycle, it's worth including thyroid tests in your medical evaluation. The ninth and final sign is dry, pale, rough skin. This change in skin texture is also linked to a slow metabolism. The body produces less sweat and natural oils, compromising skin hydration. Over time, the skin can become flaky, less elastic, and even cracked, especially on areas like elbows, knees, and heels. Alongside this, you may notice itchiness, tightness, and a dull appearance. If your skin has changed and no cream or treatment seems to help, the problem may be coming from within. And your thyroid might be sending this signal through your skin. Now that you know these 9 rarely discussed signs of hypothyroidism, the most important thing to understand is that this condition is treatable. And the earlier it's diagnosed, the better your quality of life will be. Don't ignore these signs thinking they're just stress, aging, or diet. Your body speaks. And the more we listen to these signals, the greater our chances of living with health and balance. So share this video with someone who might be experiencing these symptoms. Leave a comment telling us which of these signs caught your attention and whether you've ever had your thyroid checked. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to keep receiving life-saving content. See you in the next video.